Have you seen the prices of gold and silver? Have you seen what has been happening recently? I think it's important to pay very close attention because your money is at risk. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. In today's video, we're going to talk about the important points about what's happening in the financial system. If you don't pay attention closely, you will be left behind, okay? Because you have seen what's going on with gold and silver, and the prices have been going up like crazy, and more recently, they have fallen down. What is this all about? Well, I want to cover that in depth today. The first thing we should look at is what's happening in the stock market, because Microsoft, in this example, imagine in one day losing $357 billion. This is unimaginable in the recent past because that's bigger than most companies, $357 billion. And it was a simple matter of fact that this is now the time in which we have more volatility than ever. And yet most are just saying, well, that's just the way it is. Why is it so volatile? Well, there's a big problem going on underlying this system. We'll cover that more. You see, according to Jerome Powell, we shouldn't be paying attention to the obvious fact. It's like the lie detector, and you're seeing this thing going crazy, and yet we're supposed to ignore it. You won't see it going crazy if you close your eyes, if you have your head in the sand. Jerome Powell was asked not to read much into the rise in gold prices. The reporter asked, you're seeing the prices going up? He says, not a big deal. Don't look at it. Because according to a central banker, they do not believe at all that gold and silver are money and that gold and silver have value. They don't even consider it. That's interesting. Trump nominates Kevin Warsh for Federal Reserve Chair to succeed Jerome Powell. Out with the old, in with the new. Many people were saying, oh, this is going to happen. They're going to bring this guy in, and this is going to occur, and that's going to occur. And wow. But instead, it's business as usual, status quo. A lot of people are not aware that the changes happen and they're all on the surface. You're not going to get something to actually materially change. I mean, come on. Have you ever read history? Everybody makes promises and nobody keeps them. This is the crypto market looking at Bitcoin at the time of this recording under 80,000. It's funny that everything has been going up, but suddenly crypto has been getting beaten down. Bitcoin at the top of the list here is something to behold, because this was not that long ago. It was at 120. It was going beyond. People were saying 150 was next, and now they're taking the hammer to it. This is copper, which you can see over the past few days has certainly been fluctuating, but overall, if I pull it back, it has been doing relatively well over this period, unlike things like oil, for example. All right, real stuff, though, is what you want to have. In the case of the stock market, 7,000, wow. But what's going on? Why is this the case? Well, I'll break that down real simple. A lot of people won't get this, but we have to pay attention to the central bank policies. My name is David Quinteri. I don't think I introduced myself. I'm the Money GPS. And I have been making videos since 2011. I wrote 2 books. I documented it all. And all of that stuff I said in my book, you can fact check me, have come true. Okay, this is going on. I talked about the Euro viral contagion. It happened. I talked about what's going on with gold and silver. It happened. I covered numerous things over that and put it in black and white. And it's all come true. The central banks have one policy. They don't have the dual mandate. They have one policy, and that is to create inflation. This is important. This is key. Yes, you've heard it before, but understand what it means. It means a devaluation intentionally of the currencies, All of them doing the same thing. Yeah, they might do this or that for a little bit, but the policies are the same, is to weaken their currencies so that the global elite can have more control over the people. There's always going to be variances, but we have to pay attention to, the direction in the aggregate. Looking at this, we are seeing the Fed, the ECB, and so on. They were on this cutting cycle. One central bank, or two now, have changed their tune. So it's something interesting, but we'll cover that in a sec. You could look at what's going on with the Federal Reserve, for example, their assets, and mirror that with the stock market. And guess what? The more money they print, the more the stock market gets juiced up. What happens to assets when you print a bunch of money? What happens? Okay, these are Japan in this case here, looking at that. You could look at all the others. All I want to highlight here is that in general, they have printed trillions and trillions and trillions. You will not be able to pinpoint, they printed $11 trillion and now the stock market has gone up by, 11 times. No, it does not work like that. It's not linear. This money just sloshes around. It goes around and eventually makes its way somewhere. It could be into JPEG monkeys. It could be into cryptocurrency. It could be into the stock market, emerging markets, and so on. But that isn't something that we can control as individuals. We can watch the flows, but we can't control it. But what we do know is that if my currency is going to be devalued, I need to take action. If I sit back and I just sit and wait, what do you think is going to happen? It's like lighting a fire to your hard-earned income. That's what waiting around does. Don't do that. Look at what's going on here. The opposite. Australia raises rates for the first time since late 2023 as inflation hits a 6-quarter high. So this thing's ticking up just like it is in other places. And for them, they are basically saying, okay, we're going to take action, increasing rates. That is not good for the real estate market. We'll see what happens there. All my Australian subscribers, please let me know in the comments. I need to understand what's going on, boots on the ground. Gold and silver rebound after historic wipeout as analysts say thematic drivers stay intact. People are now looking for a safe haven. And of course, there is a safe haven. Not the bond market, although the fund companies love that. It's gold. And of course, silver as well. It ramped up like crazy. It went absolutely parabolic. It came down in a $10 trillion wipeout. And then it has come up a bit as people are buying the dip. Central banks have been buying. And of course, you have ETFs that want to buy it. You have it being used all over the place. It's a real deal. But where it goes from here, we have to understand it has come up a lot. And on the Finance Friday, I covered the Bollinger Bands, and we looked at that. Very important. If you're in Finance Friday and you haven't seen the video from Friday, please do, because I covered the Bollinger Bands and all other things. And then what are we left with here? This is the K-shaped economy since 2020. It's been a big deal. It's been exacerbated beyond 2008. It was crazy, and then it just went, it made the, after 2008 seem like nothing. But what can we do as individuals? Let's get to it right away. Number one thing you got to do is you have to watch where your money is being kept. If you keep your money under your mattress, every year it will devalue and devalue and devalue. There is nothing worse than keeping all of your money in cash at the time in which it's being devalued. Do we want cash? Do we want an emergency fund? Do we want to be safe and secure? Yes, absolutely we want that. But we don't want to always be completely out of anything. And why is that the case? Because it's going to leave us out of, the potential of, we're taking risk by not taking risk. I hope that makes sense. The one thing that we can do right now today is that we can look at our portfolio and we can manage this thing as best we can. We have to have a rainy day fund. We have to have real assets. We have to have some sort of secondary income. I kind of consider that part of the portfolio because that's a business, right? A business is part of all the assets we have. And if we have self-sufficiency to some degree, even 10% or something, that will help big time. So all of these things are the basics, but I cover it more on my channel. You could go to themoneygps.com. You could look at Compass. It's totally free, themoneygps.com. Click on the Compass course. It's right there. For all my YouTubers out there, take a look at this. This is right on themoneygps.com. The YouTube videos have an article beneath them. And that article is fantastic. Fantastic. Each time, beautiful article written, of course, about the video and these interactive charts. So when I mention watch the Fed funds rate, it'll pull a Fed funds chart up. So you can check that out for yourself. That is available at themoneygps.com. And I built for my Finance Friday crew. They have access to this, which is the Alpha Finder. Really cool stuff, pulled from all of the different betting markets, poly market, and so on. And then we have this, which is just a fun little thing that somebody asked me to create, and I did it. And that was finding alpha, finding some places where you have eBay collectibles where they are underpriced. And so I made this app for people there. Of course, that was just a little bonus. I got this, the dashboard, where it really gets into, exactly what has happened, breaks it all down, looks at the portfolio and what it should look like. And then we have the market pulse, which is pulled from Polymarket to understand sentiment indicators. This is real key. And then, of course, we have the insights, which is, the breakdown for everybody weekly. They get that there. They get the books that are there. They get the audiobooks all there. Okay. If you want more information, themoneygps.com. I want to thank you for being here today. Hit that thumbs up button. When you do, you're supporting this channel. I want to bring out more and more content for you. Stay tuned for the next one. Take care.